A sewing tutorial of how to sew the Cove beach bag with me, Holly. This version is quilted. You can do the non-quilted version as well. So we first by attaching the wadding to the outside of the bag. So first we're going to put our stitch to about 4 or 5 and we're just going to stitch around the edge of the fabric to the wadding. This helps to keep the wadding in place when we start quilting. We will put our stitch back down to 3 and then we're going to start quilting. So I'm just quilting in lines. I'm using a gingham fabric as a guide, so that's why it's perfect, the gingham fabric, because you don't need to draft your lines out beforehand. We are now going to start constructing our bag. We're going to stitch a side to the front of the bag and then we're going to stitch the other side to the other side of the front of the bag. Then the back of the bag is attached to the other sides of the bag and then we got our bag looking like this. Now we're going to construct the base of the bag. With right sides together, we stitched the little rectangle section of the front and the back of the bag together. Now it's time to open the bag up and line up the edge of the side of the bag along the edge of the base of the bag. We open up the square corner section of the bag and we find the center of the edge of the bag and pin it along. There is some ease in this area which makes a nice deep bag, so we just sort of line it up as well as we can. That is the outside of our bag constructed. We then do exactly the same process for the lining of the bag. The handles are constructed and then attached to the outside of the bag on the facing area. The bag is then placed inside the lining with right sides together and we stitch around the top of the bag, attaching the lining to the bag. We then turn the bag the right way round for a little hole in the lining. We top stitch around the top of the bag and there we go. That is how you make the Cove beach bag sewing pattern. The pattern as a PDF is available on my Etsy shop, and if you want a physical version, it's on sewingstreet.com.